Edward, why did you save me? You just let the venom spread. I could be like you right now.
You don't know what you're saying. You don't want this.
I want you. Always.
I'm not gonna end your life for you.
I'm dying. Already. Every second I get closer. Older.
It's the way it's supposed to be.
Alice said that she saw me like you. I heard her.
Her visions change.
Yeah, based on what people decide. I've decided.
So that's what you dream about. Becoming a monster.
I dream about being with you forever.
I'm Hannah McGregor.
I'm Vanessa Zoltan, and this is Hot and Bothered.
And we're going to prom. Again.
I would love to go to prom with you. Thank you so much for asking.
Oh, I want an excuse to buy a big, silly dress.
Okay, I'm going to tell you what happens in this happily ever after.
I know what happens. They go to prom.
Do women talk too much, Hannah? I'm sorry.
Shh.
So Bella and Edward go to the prom. Bella is in a cast. And so she is 1 foot in a cast and 1 foot in a Converse, and it's very cute. And it's such a cute prom. It's a small high school, so it's just like a one-room prom.
It's the closest to any of the proms we've seen to my own prom.
Yeah, I don't know if it's the school gym, but like it's rec hall.
Yeah, it's like a restaurant or like a community hall or something that they rented.
Yeah, and it's very cute. I would want to go to this prom. And people seem to just be like having fun and being normal. Everybody is waving at Bella. And because of that, Edward goes, "Do you want to go?" Because he's like, poor Bella is having to engage in extrovert activity. There is this like authentic rec hall vibe, but then you go outside and there is a fairyland gazebo that does not seem to be part of the same prom. There are 2 other couples dancing there. Bella and Edward start dancing. Bella's like, "I can't dance. A, I'm bad at it. And B, I'm in a cast." He puts her feet on his feet, picks her up with his vampire strength, and they dance like a daddy and daughter. And then
Nothing sexier.
the other two couples at the gazebo just disappear. They just walk away in the middle of a song for no reason. And Edward and Bella are alone. And Bella's like, "Why didn't you let the venom spread? I could be like you right now. I could just be a vampire." And she's like, "I really want to be a vampire." And Edward's like, "No, why would you want to be a monster?" And she's like, "I really do." And he's like, "Are you ready right now?" And she's like, "Yeah, right now." And so he dips her and he puts his little fangs up against her neck and kisses her gently on her neck. And it's just like, why isn't it enough to just have a happy life with me forever?
And she's like, "It's enough for now."
And then we pan out and Victoria is there plotting, murdering Bella.
And she's like, "I'm going to be back, but I'm going to look really different. Because I'm going to be recast.
Because I'm going to be Bryce Dallas Howard."
Watch out."
And that's the end.
Oh, my goodness.
Did I miss anything that you feel like, hey, yo, why didn't you mention?
No, you mentioned the Converse. That's the important part.
Okay.
In the last episode, I mentioned the scene where Bella looks at Jessica and mimes to her that her tits look really good in her dress. That's the other really important part of the scene.
It's so cute. Everyone's having fun. Angela's having fun. Jessica's having fun. It's just like a fun vibe, man. I'd go to this prom.
Yeah, they're having a nice time. It seems low-key.
Yeah. So how does this scene contribute to what this movie believes about love?
I mean, the ending in which Bella insists that she's like, I will let this go for now, but I will not be letting this go in the long run. We will be returning to the conversation about me being a vampire, really leaves us on a note of Bella's agency and determination. That, like, in this scene, Edward has all of the power in a material sense. He's physically able to lift her onto his feet. He is the one who can make her into a vampire or not make her into a vampire. And he is saying no. And the way she responds to his no with a like, we'll see, really, I think, sort of ties a bow on this being a movie about teenage girls' autonomy.
Yeah.
And they are going to revisit the conversation, and she is going to win.
I love all of that. I think that we see something that I actually love in real life relationships, which is this like sacrificial dynamic. I remember watching my parents once years and years ago. My mom was like, so I'm going to get up early tomorrow to go pick up this person from the airport. And my dad was like, no, you have to work. I'm going to get up early. And she's like, no, but you're staying up late with the kids. I'm going to get up early, right? And there was just this real, like, let me do for you. And you see that in this scene, right? Where Bella's like, I want to be like you so that I can be like you. And Edward is like, I would rather you not be like me and be happy. And we're going to go to the prom because this is an important rite of passage. I don't want to be at the prom, but it's very loving in a way that, you know, is like sacrificial in an intense way, but is also just like this real, I'm going to keep giving to you. And it's not, no pun intended, like bleeding me dry because you are simultaneously giving to me.
Yeah. There is something really about the way that they are at prom. So in general, the prom ending of these teen romances places quite a lot of pressure on prom as a rite of passage, a primary scene of social interaction, and the sense that, like, well, if you don't go, you'll regret it. And we simultaneously, in this ending, get the sense that, like, Edward has encouraged Bella to go to prom. He wants to make sure that she doesn't miss out on something that could be a big, important moment in her life. And also, she's dressed like herself.
Yeah.
She is allowed to be as antisocial as she wants while she's at prom.
Yeah.
There's very little sense of, like, pressure to behave in a particular way or to show up with a particular attitude. But she's like, yeah, okay, I'll go. But, like, we know that neither of us are going to, like, love prom, right?
Right.
And it has a nice effect of both emphasizing that they are willing to step outside of their comfort zones for one another, that they are willing to sort of push one another or be pushed. And at the same time, this is not an I can fix him love story.
Yeah.
And it's not a makeover love story. There's no reveal where suddenly Bella's in a ball gown and he, like, watches her. Like, she walks down the stairs in a Converse and a walking cast.
Yes,
like,
she does.
She sort of stumps down the stairs. Like, there's a kind of normalcy to the way they show up for and with each other at the end of this movie that is almost counter to the larger-than-life gothic themes of the rest of the movie. That it's like, in this moment, they can kind of just be teens together and dance in a gazebo. Can we talk about the cultural weight that gazebos are made to bear in cinema?
Yes.
Like, I've been in a gazebo. They're fine.
There's one in a park that I go to literally every day. And I've never climbed the stairs to the gazebo. I've never had the desire to. I will today.
They're great if it's raining.
Sure.
Because they've got a roof but no walls. That's kind of one of the characteristics of gazebos. But, like, man, cinema would really have me believe that every significant moment in my life would take place in a gazebo.
It's such a good point, and I'm trying to think why. Because cinematically, they're interesting. They can like frame you, but you're outdoors in terms of like lighting.
Is that it? Is it like easy to film in a gazebo?
It must be. And like it must look nice. I also do think that there's like a romanticization of the South in gazebos, right? Like a gazebo feels like a very Southern, unnecessary structure that you only build if you're wealthy. But I can't prove that theory.
An outside building?
It's a detached porch, right?
We are right in the thick of Karen Tongson talks about norm porn. She talks a lot about the iconic scene of the norm porn TV series is like a outdoor dinner party lit by fairy lights.
Yeah.
And
I've lived my whole life trying to get there.
Yeah, same. And there is something, I feel like the gazebo lit by fairy lights is like closely related to this scene, right? Like, what is a thing that feels simultaneously fantastical and also kind of achievable?
Yeah.
Like, I could get some fairy lights and hang them in a gazebo.
Except the thing that you can't get in real life that you can get in the movies is no mosquitoes.
Come to Vancouver.
Really? You still don't have mosquitoes?
We still don't have mosquitoes after all this time. You know what? The thing that you can't get is a gazebo all to yourself, because that is a really important part of any romantic scene like this. Is like, it's prom and there's a cute gazebo outside. That gazebo is going to be full of kids puking over the edge.
So that is actually what stood out to me, which is our next question. And besides the like gothic, he's a vampire, there is a magical realism to this movie of like right when Bella and Edward want to start making out, the other two couples just leave mid-song. It's not just unrealistic in terms of he can carry her everywhere and he has infinite amount of wealth because Alice can see the future and all of that. It's actually a world where there can be a fairy-lit gazebo at the prom and you have it to yourself.
Maybe everybody's just freaked out by this obvious adult and his child bride.
But they don't leave immediately. And this could be done cinematically, right? In the 2005 Pride and Prejudice, you know, they want to give the sense that Lizzie and Darcy feel as though they are the only two people dancing in the room. And so the other people literally disappear. In this movie, it's not that. You watch the people walk away.
You watch the people be like, we'll see ourselves out.
And not because they're fighting or like taking their clothes off. They just all decide mid-song to leave.
Listen.
It's very magical realism.
They all know how to read the room.
But they're not reading the room. You're undermining my point.
A gazebo's not a room.
Which the point is that I think that this movie believes that this is a special kind of love.
Yeah.
That the obsessiveness and the like, I would die for you. Well, I won't let you die for me, right? Like these other couples at the prom don't have what Edward and Bella have.
Yeah.
And therefore, everybody does know that they're unworthy of this moment. And so the true lovers get the gazebo.
Absolutely. Well, there's a real sense that the other romances are the kind of flash in the pan teenage obsessions or crushes that Bella is refusing to have her own love for Edward be framed as.
Right.
So like those couples are in part there as the foil to Edward and Bella to be like, some teen romances are just, he's the guy at school I have a crush on and I'm going to go to prom with him and we're going to have fun. And some are tortured and eternal. Certainly the fact that the movie ends with a conversation about the possibility of immortality, that he's like, can't we just spend your entire human lifespan together? And that is like absolutely not enough for her. Yeah. And that's not a conversation any of the other kids at the prom are having.
So it is special.
It is special. You're right. It is gazebo special.
What stood out to you?
I know we've already talked about Edward lifting Bella onto his feet, but I want to talk about vampire strength in this movie.
Yes.
Because it feels inconsistent to me.
Say more. There's an inconsistency in the vampire logic in Twilight?
Yeah. I just feel like if you hit a baseball so hard that you can only play baseball during a thunderstorm, then when you stopped a truck, you would have like punched through that truck. And when you lift a small teen girl, you might accidentally fling her several feet into the air.
He has excellent control. What are you talking about? I can lift like 40 pounds, but when I pick up my 7-pound nephew, I'm not like, whoops, threw you across the room.
Well, it makes one of us.
That's just, I know he's endlessly graceful.
That's true. He does have a lot of physical control. Do you think new vampires are accidentally punching through walls a lot?
The thing that I really find confounding is the moment in the movie where Edward goes, "I've murdered people," and Bella says, "I don't care." I'm like, well, that's a hot take, Bells. Like, let's pause there. Just a pause, just to like, who? Were they bad people? Did they have it coming?
Like,
right.
What's up with that?
Like, the confidence with which she's like, I trust you. I trust you. I trust you. I like that she's challenging him, that she's like, I actually have power here too. I have control here too, right? Like, there's something compelling about it. But I do wish when he was like, I'm a murderer, she'd be like, say more.
Yeah, I mean, and you're right. At the end of the day, his capacity for control over his latent violence is the main thing about him, right? Like, he saves her by sucking the venom out and then having the self-control to stop and not, I guess, drain her dry.
It's a movie about how hard it is to pull out. That is what the movie is about.
I mean, it's undoubtedly a movie about abstinence.
If it's a movie about abstinence, I love that she's the horn dog.
Oh, absolutely.
She's like, let's make out. And he's like, no, we can't. I don't like that it's like Mike Pence logic of like, because then I won't be able to control myself. But like, she gets to keep going for it. And I love it.
Yeah, I mean, that goes back to the chivalry of it all, right? Is like, yes, it is cool that she is the sexually voracious one. And also, there's a particular conservative or like evangelical Christian mindset that is like, women are inherently temptresses.
Yes,
and it is
absolutely.
the job of men to resist them.
But she's not trying to be a temptress. She is tempted.
Mm-hmm.
And like, that's what's fun, is it's not that she's like, tee-hee-hee, being coy and trying to seduce him. She wants him.
Yeah, and that comes through in this final scene. There's very little tee-hee-hee and a lot more like, I know what I want.
I want to be on this gazebo in Converse, and I want to be eternal.
Okay, Vanessa, if you could change the ending of this movie, what's something that you would change?
I think there should be a musical number at the end.
Okay. What?
I do.
Like a classic prom? Like everybody mysteriously has learned the same dance and they suddenly do it at prom?
Yes.
Okay.
All of these vampires can throw each other in the air. The choreography opportunities are endless with vampires. And I really just feel as though this is like not taken advantage of. This movie, right? Like the director is aware that she is making a campy movie for women.
Yeah.
She is very aware of the female gaze. She is like trying to give people what they want. And so just like give me the whole shebang.
The whole shebang being, by definition, a musical number. What do women want? Musical number.
Yeah.
I want to embrace this as the definition of the female gaze.
Yes.
That, like, you can tell the female gaze is at work in a movie when there's a musical number at
An
the end.
unnecessary musical number. Some light choreography.
I love it. I love
Thank
it.
you.
I love this. I love this whimsical idea.
Thank you.
In general, love a musical number.
He could be the disco ball. They could take his shirt off, throw some sunlight on him.
What? You don't. That did not deserve the kind of "I have a good idea" gasp you gave it. Absolutely was an unearned.
You know what my
gasp.
standards are for a gasp? I delighted myself with that idea. That wasn't my "I have a good idea" gasp. That was my "I have delighted myself" gasp. You just don't know my gasps well enough yet. How would you change the ending, Professor McGregor?
I'm gonna go in the opposite direction, and I'm gonna say no prom.
Aw.
Yeah.
What are they doing at the end? Just random gazebo? They're on a walk in a park and they just
more baseball. I just want another baseball scene.
That's fair.
I vibe with your desire for the end to be campier. Because the high points of this movie are when it is at its campiest.
Yes.
Which is why I adore the baseball scene so much, because it's so silly and so self-serious. Like, they are playing and then these other vampires come and it's like, oh no, other vampires. And then they're like, want to play baseball with us? And the other vampires are like, heck yeah, we love baseball.
Can I tell you my actual hot take of this movie?
Uh-huh.
I wish that there was no conflict other than I want to be a vampire conflict. Like, I hate the like Bella getting kidnapped actual plot of the movie. Why isn't this just a love story? Why do we need that B plot?
I mean, I agree. I also hate the love triangle. But, you know, if we had our druthers, the series would be very short. Yeah, you know what? I think both of them are so disinterested in prom. I kind of think it would be nice if they just both were like, we don't care about this. I appreciate, and I have named my appreciation for the, like, he wants to make sure she doesn't miss major life events as a result of being in a relationship with somebody much older. And also, as we have discussed in previous episodes, I'm not generally convinced by the premise that prom is a vital event that you will regret not doing.
Agreed.
And I don't think Bella would have cared one whit if she had never been to prom. She would have been perfectly happy just making out in a Volvo.
The only thing that we didn't say as we wrap up that I do feel like I want to say is how hot I find Charlie in this movie.
Oh my God. I was really, on this viewing, I was like, I understand Charlie Carlisle fanfic. The two of them have out of this world chemistry.
Do you know their couple name?
Charlisle?
It is.
Carly?
It's Charlisle. No, it's Charlisle. This was another obsession of Twilight in quarantine.
Was Charlisle?
It was Charlisle. We
Great.
were major shippers of Charlisle.
That scene where Carlisle comes in and Charlie's like, oh, it's my friend. It's my friend Carlisle. He's a doctor. And I'm like, get a room, you two. Get a gazebo.
You've been listening to Hot and Bothered. If you love the way that we look at literature closely in order to figure out what we value in the world and then figure out how to live up to those values, guess what? We have a class where we will lead you through a couple of pieces of just brilliant and classic literature to discern what values matter to you and how you can live up to them. The class is called What Matters, and you can find out more at notsorryworks.com. This was a Not Sorry production. Our executive producer is me, Vanessa Zoltan. We are edited and produced by Ariana Nettleman, and we are distributed by Acast. Thanks as always to our soulmate level patrons, Molly Reilly, who we would chase through an airport to declare our love to, Elizabeth Schweinsberg, whose heart we would play a game of one-on-one basketball for, Lauren Byer O'Connell, who we would call up on stage to dance with us in front of the whole summer camp, Claudia Hammerman, who we would give the whole door to float on, even if there was room for both of us, Avi Lichtenstein, who we would make every person in the kingdom try on a shoe for, Kristen Hall, who we would travel through a time portal to spend the 19th century with, Shiri Yadlin, who we would write a sonnet about and read it in front of the whole class, Delia Rose, who we are majorly, totally, but crazy in love with, and Leah Goldberg, who we would carry on our backs as we jump from tree to tree like a little spider monkey. And to our wonderful team, Julia Argy, Nikki Zoltan, AJ Aramas, Courtney Brown, Anissa Ahmed, Danny Langley, and Stephanie Paulsell.